General Hugh Shelton, a retired United States Army career officer, was chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff from 1997 through 2001. He served 2 tours of duty in Vietnam and also commanded the 82nd Airborne. He now serves on corporate boards and established a leadership forum at North Carolina State University. General Maxwell Thurman was the principal architect of the all-volunteer Army. He planned and implemented the 1989 invasion of Panama. He was also Vice Chief of Staff of the United States Army. Thurman was nicknamed Mad Max for his aggressive leadership style. The 11th Chief of Staff of the United States Air Force, Charles Gabriel, was also Secretary of the Air Force. He flew 100 combat missions in the Korean War with 2 confirmed kills. He would also command the United States Air Force Academy. Often referred to as the father of the U.S. Airborne, General Bill Lee organized the 1st Paratroop Platoon in the U.S. Army. He served in both World War I and World War II and helped plan D-Day drops in Normandy. He was the first commander of the 101st Airborne. General Frank Armstrong, a World War II bomber pilot and commander, served as inspiration for the novel and movie 12 O'Clock High. Gregory Peck portrayed General Armstrong in the movie. General Armstrong flew raids against Germany and Japan. He retired as a lieutenant general in 1962. Bombardier on the Enola Gay, Thomas Farabee dropped the first atomic bomb in history on the Japanese city of Hiroshima. A career officer, Farabee retired in 1970. He never expressed regret for the bombing and said it was a job that had to be done. Pilot of the famed World War II B-17 Flying Fortress Memphis Belle, Robert Morgan flew dozens of missions over Germany and Japan. The story of the Memphis Belle was subject of a documentary and a Hollywood movie. Morgan retired from the U.S. Air Force in 1965. Major George Preddy was the top P-51 ace in World War II with over 25 kills and 6th on the all-time list of American aces. He was tragically killed by friendly fire in 1944 while on a mission over Belgium. The youngest person to ever be presented the Medal of Honor, Jack Lucas was a U.S. Marine who threw himself on a grenade to save his comrades' lives. Miraculously, he survived the blast on the battle-scarred island of Iwo Jima in 1945. He carried 200 pieces of metal in his body for life. This caused Lucas to frequently set off airport metal detectors. John McGlohon was a World War II Army Air Corps photographer who took a snapshot of the Hiroshima bomb while flying over the city in a B-29. He later served as fire chief of Asheboro for 40 years. Known as the Kissing Sailor, World War II U.S. Navy veteran Glenn McDuffie has now been positively identified by a police forensic artist as the sailor in the famous Times Square photo. Orville and Wilbur Wright became world famous for their invention of the airplane that first flew at Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. Although not North Carolina natives, the Wrights declared that Kitty Hawk was a crucial part of their achievement due to its steady winds, soft landing surface, moderate climate, and isolation. Although only 4 feet tall and 85 pounds, Georgia Tiny Broadwick was a giant in the world of early aviation. She was the first woman to ever parachute from a plane, the first to parachute into water, and the first to jump free fall. Charles Duke was the youngest of only 12 men who have ever walked on the moon. Graduate of the United States Naval Academy and MIT, Duke was also a fighter pilot. He logged in 265 hours in space, including a record 71 hours on the lunar surface. North Carolina has produced a number of space shuttle astronauts. They include Curtis Brown, Michael J. Smith, who tragically perished as pilot in the Challenger explosion, Dr. William Thornton, Dr. Thomas Marshburn, Bill MacArthur Jr., and Dr. Charles Brady Jr. James Webb was the second administrator of NASA. He led the agency in the 1960s as it prepared to land a man on the moon. He left NASA in 1968, just as the Apollo program successfully completed its lunar mission. The James Webb Space Telescope, the successor to the Hubble Space Telescope, was named in his honor.